Welcome my dear students for today's class. In this class we are going to discuss the concept of the applications of Bernoulli's theorem. What are the applications of Bernoulli's theorem? In the last class, we are going to discuss about the concept of Bernoulli's theorem. What is meant by Bernoulli's theorem? Bernoulli's theorem is this theorem states that it depends upon the pressure and potential energy plus kinetic energy that is equal to constant. If we consider the any stream of a particle, then the stream of a particle, if any two points on the stream of a particle, its sum of the pressure created and the potential energy of the particle and the kinetic energy of the particle is same or is of the constant value. So that then what is the use of this Bernoulli's theorem? What is the use of the Bernoulli's theorem? It means applications of Bernoulli's theorem in our day-to-day life. What are those? Means first thing is air flight. Air flight is one of the most common everyday application of our Bernoulli's principle. Air flight is mainly work on the principle of Bernoulli's principle. It works on the principle of Bernoulli's theorem. Bernoulli's theorem, and if the Bernoulli's principle is in the air flight, the main way that the Bernoulli's principle works is in air. The flight has to do with the wings of the flight. Hence, the wings of the flight is architectured of the plane, which means in the aeroplane wing. What happens? The wings of the plane will be specially designed, in which the top of the wing is curved. The top of the wing is curved, and the bottom of the wing is totally flat. And bottom of the wing is totally flat. This is a specially designed plane of the aeroplane wing, in which the top of the wing is curved and the bottom of the wing is totally flat. So that what happens, why it is so designed to get what is the use of this? The wing top thing is curved and the bottom of the wing is flat. What is the need of the specially designed wings of the aeroplane? Means while in the sky the air travels across the both the top and the bottom concurrently, so that both the top part and the bottom part of the plane are designed differently. This allows the air on the bottom and the air on the bottom move slower and create the more pressure, and the bottom and allows the air on the top to move the faster. So that the Bernoulli's theorem, this allows air on the bottom to move slower and creates more pressure on the bottom, and allows for air on the top to move faster, so that it creates a less pressure. This creates the lift in the flight, and so that which allows the plane to fly up. So just know that the top of the wing is curved and bottom of the wing is flat. ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಅಲೋಸ್ ದ ಏರ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಬಾಟಮ್ ಟು ಮೂವ್ ಸ್ಲೋವರ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಫ್ಲಾಟ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದ ಏರ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಬಾಟಮ್ ಟು ಮೂವ್ ಸ್ಲೋವರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮೋರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಬಾಟಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಲೋಸ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ ಏರ್ ಆನ್ ದ top to move faster, and thus creates a less pressure, which creates the lift and allows the plane to fly. And also an aeroplane has acted upon by the pull of gravity, so that aeroplane it acts the aeroplane is act upon the airplane is acted by pull of gravity. If the thing, just imagine if anything is flying upwards, it will be going to pull by the force of gravity. The airplane acted by the pull of gravity, which opposes the lift, so that this which opposes the lift. This lift is dragged by the drag and the thrust will be produced in it, so that the thrust is a force that enables the aeroplane to move forward, while drag is air resistance that opposes the thrust force. See, this is how the air flight will be happens. The air flight will be works. So just know the concept. One of the application of Bernoulli's theorem is air flight. And this works on the principle of Bernoulli's theorem. How means, in the aeroplane wings, it has a specially designed wings in which top of the flight has a curved wings, and in the bottom it has a plain wings, so that it allows the air on the bottom to move slower and creates more pressure on the top, so that the top has to move. The faster creates a less pressure. This creates the lift in which allows the plane to fly. So that in the aeroplane, always aeroplane acted by the pull of gravity, because anything in which go into the space, it comes to earth because of why? It is because of gravity, force of attraction of the earth. So that if the aeroplane acted by the pull of the gravity, which opposes the lift or a drag, and and the thrust is a force that enables aeroplane to move forward, while drag is the air resistance that opposes the thrust force. See, drag means ಸೆಳೆತ, ಅಂದರೆ ಭೂಮಿ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಅದು ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ ಇಟ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ pull. So this drag is the resistance which opposes the fly. Okay, but thrust is a force created to move the aeroplane to move forward. We know that what is thrust. Thrust is nothing but a force. So that how the air flight works means, it works on the principle of Bernoulli's theorem. For your notes, write down these things from here to here. Okay, so how the air flight works will be, you come to the idea. So that next thing is lift. What is meant by this lift means, lift is the upside down flight. What is meant by this? Upside down flight means it is also move upward and also come downward. So lift is one of the main use of the Bernoulli's principle. It works on the principle of works on the principle of Bernoulli's principle, Bernoulli's theorem. And it also works on the principle of in the case of lift, if the object is moving upward, it also comes downward. It not only doesn't move in a upward force, right? So that it acts on the Newton's law. It works on the principle. It also works on the principle of Newton's law. Anything which has thrown into the space, it comes down due to the law of gravitation, right? So that in the plane we know that the wings move up and down a little bit as it flies through the air, but under the common definition this can't happen. The wing of the plane is just stays still. The wing of the plane just stays still. So that it believed that the movement of an object must be the movement on an object. Movement on an object. The movement on an object is being lifted. Is being lifted. Is being lifted is known as according the wing must change something of air to get lift. The wing must get the change something of the air to get lift. So this is what the lift is. Here we know generally we know how lift works, right? In how lift works, it moves upside and also it comes downside. So this is how it works on the principle of Bernoulli's theorem. In the wing of the plane, generally in the wing of the plane, what happens? It moves. In the wing of the plane, it just stays still due to the movement of an object is being lifted. And just imagine the object just lift ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it moves upward. Okay, so that it must comes downward, right? If we stop lifting, it comes to downward. So that the moment of an object is being lifted, the wing must change something to get lift. So that is what here the lift is. Lift, you just know the concept. What is lift? Lift is the upside down flight. It works on the principle of Bernoulli's theorem. Wing of the plane is modified to get the wing must change something to get a lift. Okay, so the wing is modified to get a lift is known as lift. Okay, so this is the concept of this is one of the use of the Bernoulli's theorem, or one of the application of a Bernoulli's theorem. So next application is baseball. Baseball is used in the sports. We know that, right? What is meant by this baseball? Baseball is an example of one of the example. It works on the principle of Bernoulli's principle. It is the works on the principle of Bernoulli's theorem. Okay, so this Bernoulli's theorem in the baseball, we know that in our day-to-day life we see the baseball in most people actually take a note of it. One of the example in the baseball is curved ball. See, the ball is so curved. In the ball the entire pitch works on the because of Bernoulli's principle. See, since the stitches of the ball, you just observed in the baseball, if there is a stitches, white stitches, so that the stitches of the ball actually form the curve. Stitches of the ball actually form the curve, so that it is necessary for the pitcher to grip the seam of the baseball. For the grip, they get stitched, so that it seems the baseball to move on the pitch. Okay, and for the grip, the reason as why it is necessary in the gripping the baseball, usually the ball is the ball is placed like this. For the necessary grip, the hold it on the stitched portion or in the curved grip. So that the reason why it is necessary that gripping the baseball, this way the pitcher make the ball spin. Why the cricketer hold the ball like this? Because to make the ball to spin. This allows the friction to cause a thin layer of the air to engulf and also the baseball as it is spinning. The ball has to spin, and since the ball is spinning, it allows more air pressure on the top of the ball and less air pressure on the bottom of the ball. So that what happens, it goes on the less speed on the top of the ball, and on there is a bottom of the ball. Then what happens, the transpose the bottom part, ball accelerate downward faster than the top part, and this phenomena, it allows the ball to curve downward, and it causes the batter to miscalculate the ball's position, so that it causes the batsman is going to miscalculated by the ball's position. So this is what the application of baseball. Okay, just know the concept of baseball. It works on the principle of Bernoulli's theorem, and in the ball it is so stitched to get the curved portion of a ball, so that the necessary curve for the pitcher to get a grip. They hold it in this position. Why means it to get the ball so spin. If the ball is spinning, so that the batter get confused where the ball position is going to be placed. Here it is a batsman, the ball is going to be hit in the, here it is a spinning means he get confused where the ball's position came. So that the spinning in the air, how it works means, since the ball is spinning in the air, in the air pressure on the top of the ball is less, and air pressure on the bottom, so that the ball is spinning, which allows the ball to curve downward, and which causes the batter to miscalculate the ball's position. You just know the concept. The baseball, it works on the principle of Bernoulli's theorem, and when it is thrown on the air, it is going to be spinned. This spinning air, the spinning ball, which allows the ball to curve downward, which causes the batter to miscalculate the ball's position. You just know the batsman going to miscalculate the ball's position due to the spinning of the ball. So it is one of the application of baseball. This is one of the application of Bernoulli's theorem. Got it? So this is what the applications of Bernoulli's theorem. What are the applications? Air flight, lift, and another one is baseball. Just write down the concept. If they ask you in detail, just write down in detail like this. So what is the use of air flight? Air flight, in the air, in the airplanes, what happens? The wings of the plane is modified. They have a specially designed wings. The top of the wing is curved, bottom of the wing is flat, so that it creates a more pressure on the bottom and allows the air to move on the top of the top to move faster. This creates the less pressure so that it gets lifted up, allows the plane to fly. In the airplane there are two different process will be takes place. What are those means? It may moves under gravity and also drag and thrust. Drag means downward necessary pull. Okay, thrust means upward force. Just imagine here, if the flight is moving upward, there is a drag in the downward, and the upward force that is thrust. Okay, this is what the applications, one of the application of air flight. In the case of lift, it is also works in the principle of Bernoulli's theorem. The upside down flight is nothing but a lift, so that the moment of an object get lifted up, the wing must be changed, the modified change in the wing of the flight. So this is one of the use of the application of the Bernoulli's theorem. Comes under the lift. So last thing is the baseball. How the baseball works? It also works on the principle of Bernoulli's theorem, and the stitches of the ball is so designed so that it gets a grip for the bowler to get in the pitch, so that what happens, for the curve is necessary for the pitcher to grip the seams the baseball. The reason in the picture that makes the ball spin. The spinning on the ball, what happens? Spinning air pressure on the top of the ball has a less pressure on the bottom. This allows the ball to curve, and so that the downward which causes the batter to miscalculate the ball's position. The batsman going to be confused if the ball is spinning. That's why the bowlers hold the ball in like this manner for the necessary grip to, it must go to the pitch so that it gets a grip, and it is going to be spinned. If it is spinning, means the spinning ball, we don't know where it is going to be fell down. So that's why there is a necessary grip for the bowlers, so that the necessary, it is used for the miscalculate they must get batsman going to confused where the spinning ball is going to be placed. That's what one of the application of baseball. So see, this is the last concept of the fluid dynamics, that is applications of Bernoulli's theorem. In the fluid dynamics, the movement of the fluids include the interaction of the fluids, so that in the fluid, we know that what is fluid, what is fluid, and what are the applications of fluid. What is meant by fluid? The fluid is which is a combination of liquid and the gases. Liquid and gases together we call it as fluid. Fluid has a free to move. It is a microscopic in nature. Microscopic means we can easily notice. Then it is also the fluid dynamics as one of the two main branches, that is fluid mechanics, fluid statics. And so that fluid in the case of the earth, generally in the 2/3 of the earth's surface is water, and the planet is surrounded by the layers of atmosphere. See here, just see here, it is the earth. What happens? The 2/3 of the earth's surface is water, right? Then it is surrounded by the atmosphere. It is surrounded by the layers of atmosphere, so that literally surrounded by all the times by the fluid. We are all surrounded by the fluids, so that they are always in the motion. That's why the fluid mechanics is going to be conducted. It is necessary to study and understand the thing in the scientific manner, so that the fluid dynamics comes to play. So that's what we call That's what about the fluid dynamics. Just write a note, just copy to your notes what is the application of Bernoulli's theorem. Write down applications of Bernoulli's theorem. In the application of Bernoulli's theorem, what are the applications? That is air flight and lift and baseball. Just write down here to here. Okay, so this is a short note on the application of Bernoulli's theorem. And just know that in the exam point of view, they just ask you what are the applications of Bernoulli's theorem. In that you just mention what are the applications: air flight, lift and baseball. How air flight works? Air flight works on the specially designed wings. That's how airplane acted by the pull of gravity, and so that it opposes the lift, drag and thrust. Thrust is the upward force and drag is the downward force. So that's how the airplane will be works. And the lift, it is upside down flight. Then baseball, it is because of spinning of the ball is necessary to move in the spinning of the ball can miscalculate the ball's position. This is also one of the application of Bernoulli's theorem. So this is what the applications of the Bernoulli's theorem, and this completes the unit 3, the fluid dynamics and mechanics. This completes your lesson. Okay, just write down the notes, just go through the complete video and just follow the short notes on the while we are teaching. Just write down the short points, the important points on the notes. Okay, in the keynote, just understand, just go through the complete video and you must understand clearly. Okay, so this completes your unit 3, fluid dynamics and mechanics. In the next class we are going to discuss the next lesson, that is surface tension and velocity. So let us discuss in the next class. Okay, thank you all.